Hey YouTube, it's EmmaBlueEyes10 here, and we've also got Chris Anime Guy just sitting over there playing Super Robot Wars happily.
Hello.
We do have the dog as well, but she's currently hiding under the chair for some reason, and I don't know why. Anyway, you guys are probably quite expecting this video, and that is my thoughts and opinions on the new no priority rule that's just come into effect in the TCG. I know this was introduced 2 days ago, but I've been busy for the past 2 days because, as I said in the blog video, I've been spending time with my boyfriend. All I can say about is the new priority rule is about freaking time, because the OCG has not had it for at least 2 years, I think now, something like that, up to 2 years now. You know, and they're doing okay without it, and I felt like it was just really unfair that we still had it in some cases, because the amount of people who not abused it, but took real advantage of it really with some of the decks that are top tier now, like Dino Rabbit and everything. You know, it's incredible. But what is really ticking me off about what everybody's saying about the new ruling is that, you know, Dino Rabbit and that is dead. I mean, how many times have you heard that? How many times have you heard like a deck is dead when a new ruling comes into effect?
Loads of times.
I know. It's stupid really, because if you ask me, no deck is truly dead. You just have to find another way to utilize its power. You know.
That way, the cheap way of it is dead.
Yeah, well, actually, the expensive way, I suppose you could say, really, because Rescue Rabbit's still quite.
When I say cheap, I mean cheap in its play style and tactics and whatnot. That's probably what I mean by cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the cards aren't cheap.
Obviously, yeah. Yeah, and for those who are whining and bitching about the new rule, boo effing who. Okay, that's all I can say, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not a game where you play your card, you instantly win. The game is all about countering and, you know, countering cards and battling it out. There's only like there's only a few condition cards that allow you to win the game instantly, and that's obviously things like Exodia and all that. Rescue Rabbit, you know, is not a card where you can just throw it on the field and say, I've won the game. Sorry, it doesn't work like that, I'm afraid. But anyway, the previous video I did on priority and everything, I might have to take that down completely, or I'll just link this video in annotation and everything above it, because obviously everything I learned has just gone out the window with this new ruling coming out. But as I said in the previous video, right, now that priority is out the way, things that are spell speed 1 now, like ignition effects, things like Loneflower Blossom, Rescue Rabbit, Brionac and everything, they can no longer activate their effects when a chain is started, or they're bottomless or torrential or anything, in other words. So for example, say somebody synchro summons Brionac on the summon, someone tries to activate Torrential Tribute. No, you can't. You can no longer basically say, I call priority on Brionac's effect, I get to bounce your cards before you activate Torrential Tribute. That's no longer a no-no. As soon as it hits the field, if somebody activates Bottomless, Trap Hole or Torrential Tribute or something like that, if it's spell speed 1, the card goes. If it's something like the Monarchs, like something that a trigger effect, something that activates when the card is summoned, then yes, it would still be allowed to activate its effect in chain 1 of the chain, obviously, link 1 of the chain. So things like the Monarchs, for example, Monarchs activate their effects when they're summoned. So even if the opponent torrentials or plays Bottomless Trap Hole or something like that, again, the Monarchs would still get their effects because their effects activate on the field. Same with Black Rose Dragon. You try and torrential Black Rose Dragon or something, she would still get her effect to blow up the field, because obviously she grabs Chain Link 1 because her effect activates when summoned and everything. But as I said, just those kind of cards, Rescue Rabbit, Loneflower Blossom, I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head here, but I can't really do that very well. They can't really get their effects anymore. As soon as Torrential hits them, boom, they're gone. You can't do anything about it. So yeah, I think it's actually kind of unfair that the TCG's had it for so long in comparison to the OCG. It should have been more like, you know, OCG should have tested this for at least 6 months, a year at the maximum, and then seen what it does, and then decide either whether to bring priority back or completely wipe it out. And I don't know why it's taken so long to get it done, but Konami's probably had their reasons of making money with like some of the cars like Rescue Rabbit and Tour Guide and everything. So yeah, and you know, I'm just glad. I just got my head around it, and now it's just gone out the window if you ask me. So oh well, what can you do? Is there anything else you want to add at all?
No, not really. You pretty much said well what can be said really.
Yeah, so anyway guys, this was a quick video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.
Bye.